Rodenbach Classic Red Ale.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Ben's Bikes and Booze Reviews. Sun's over the yard arm and it's time for a beer. I've got a bottle of the Rodenbach Classic Red Ale from Belgium. Now this is a style all by itself, and Rodenbach are probably the best known for it. Now if you're not aware of the Rodenbach Brewery, they are really good. They do something called Grand Cru, and I've reviewed it on the channel. Look it up, it's a really good beer. It's a sour beer, and that is what they do, sour beers. The Grand Cru is amazing stuff. It really is good, and as I mentioned on that review, if you look up or you're aware of the fella called Michael Jackson, not the plastic faced kiddie fiddler who was born black and died white, I'm talking about the beer hunter, as he was known, and he basically did all the beer reviews back in the 80s and the 90s, and he was renowned for it, and he could spot a good beer when he saw one, and Grand Cru was one of his favourites, and that is amazing. It comes from this brewery. Unfortunately, they've been taken over by the I think it's Palm Brewery, who are a Belgian sort of conglomerate, and they own quite a few. But this has got really good reviews, and I've been told that everything that comes out of this brewery is good. I tried the Grand Cru and I thought that was amazing, so I had to get some of this. So let's stop guessing and let's see what this is all about. Right, this is from the Rodenbach Brewery. They are based in Rozenbach, which is in West Flanders, in Belgium. That's the Flemish speaking part of Belgium. Personally my favourite part of Belgium. I love going there, it's brilliant, there's good people there. Bruges is probably one of my favourite cities, and I know everybody says, oh, Belgium is a boring country. People that say Belgium is a boring country are probably fucking wine drinkers, so fuck them. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah, Rodenbach. They're based in a place called Rozenbach, which is West Flanders, and they have a reputation for brewing sour beers. This is one of them. This is a 25 centilitre. That's quite a popular sort of measure. They don't like cane in it, so they sort of dish it out quite sparingly. They've got this at 5.2%. It is a red ale, a West Flanders red ale. As I say, that is a genre all of its own, or a style. That is a style all of its own, and it's got a reputation for being sour. And what makes it sour is the lactic acid, or it's a form of spontaneous fermentation that makes the yeast combine with the wild bacteria in the air to produce this sour flavour. And I just want to get this open now and see what it's like. Never tasted this before, so this is going to be a completely new one on me. But as I say, I love sour beers, and if it's anything like the Grand Cru stuff, then this is going to be good. There's the cap. It is just a red R on its own. Here's the label if you're interested. Rodenbach label. Was never like that before. I think they've changed that. On the nose out of the bottle. Oh, it smells amazing. Very fruity. Sourness. It's basically what the craft brewers over here are trying to emulate. This is it basically. There's tons of sour yeast in this, and you can just get that in the aroma, and it's absolutely amazing. It's really nice. There's a touch of spice on that as well, but the overriding aroma coming out of this, it's just sour yeast. Let's get it in the glass. Now this is the nearest I've got to a tulip glass, which I think this is what it's supposed to be drunk out of, but I'm not sure. The state of this glass, I've really got to apologise, that is really unprofessional. But yeah, that is, with the bubbles clinging to the sides, that is not a good sign. On the nose, out of the glass. Oh yeah, just more of the same. And I've been told that this takes on a lot of the characteristics of a red wine, and I fucking hate wine. But this doesn't smell like a red wine at all. It's just like a, if anything, like a cider, like a strong sour or dry West Country cider. It smells amazing. Let's get it down the hatch. Cheers. That's nice. First thing immediately apparent is the sourness and the dry mouthfeel. And I've always said this, you know, when people talk about lager being crisp, it's not. This is crisp. It's got that very dry mouthfeel, and it leaves you sort of face puckering, thinking I need to drink some more immediately. So that's what I'm going to do. It's quite fruity. There's like sour apples, some spice on there as well. But this is made with red malt, and that's what gives it the colour. And there is some maltiness in that, but the overriding thing is that sour yeast esters that are coming out of this. Amazing. Yeah, it's like sour fruit, like apples, pears. There's a touch of spice. It's very subtle, but it's there. Like pepper, a little touch of coriander, not much. But it's really nice, lovely mouthfeel as well. You can see some carbonation in that, and that is the colour. And as I say, it's red, and there is some carbonation in that. The bubbles are tiny. I don't know whether that's naturally carbonated or whether they put nitrogen in there. The mouthfeel on that is lovely. And as you're drinking, you're getting the aroma as well. It's that strong. It's really nice. I'd say if you're a fan of proper West Country cider, not the stuff you get, you know, at the supermarket, the stuff you get at beer festivals and cider festivals that have got that, you know, the strong, acidic, sour taste to it. That's what this has got. And, you know, you could argue that this is Belgium's answer to cider. You know, it's to me, it's very similar. I've tasted ciders with the same consistency, same mouthfeel, same aromas in some cases, but it's lovely. It's really nice. I don't think it's as good as the Grand Cru, but it's not bad. So what's the verdict? Yeah, it's pretty much what I was expecting from Rodenbach. I mean, that's their speciality, is sour beer. And if you're a cider fan, or you're a wine fan, I won't hold that against you. But if you are, I think you'll like this. And, you know, if you're not a big fan of, you know, the really strong Belgian, you know, doubles and triples, you know, if you're more of a cider drinker or if you're more of a wine fan, then I'd say get some of this. This is nice. And I'm not a wine fan, but I like this. It's got that sour flavour that, you know, you can sort of taste what they're saying about the lactic acid. You're definitely getting that in here, and you're also getting some sour fruit, and that's the predominant flavour, is the sour fruit. Sour apple, I'm getting apples, pears, green fruit basically, and it's nice. Mouthfeel really good. I'm going to give that an 8.5 out of 10, and I'm definitely going to recommend it, but I'd recommend the Grand Cru over that. The Grand Cru for me was better. I think this is a slightly, how would I put it, slightly weaker version. The Grand Cru is just full on flavour, full on sourness, full on, you know, alcohol as well. But this is nice, and I think this is the first time I've had a Flanders red ale. You know, I may have had one on a drunken night out there, but this is the first one I remember sitting down and actually analysing, and it's really nice. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10, definitely recommended. And remember, beer is working class champagne.